Am I audible? Hello. Please type Y if I'm audible. Okay, great. Is my screen visible to you all? Can you view the screen? Please type Y if yes. Please type Y if you can view the screen. Okay. Let's start with today's session. So today's session we are going to cover about what is ACCA qualification, what is the eligibility, what are the exemptions which are available, and all the nitty-gritties of the course. So let me first introduce myself. My name is Ankush Garg. I am a chartered accountant. I qualified in 2008. I am ACCA. I qualified in 2012. I worked with many multinational companies, for example, KPMG, Snapdeal. For last 5 years, I'm into my own consultancy, and I act as a visiting faculty with EduPristine. Right. So, with regard to the today's session, we are going to take it up one by one. Whatever questions you have, you keep posting on the chat box. I'll try to take up as much as possible. And if you want to speak to me, you can let me know. I'll allow you speaking rights. But this speaking session, we should keep it in the last 15 minutes of the session. So 4 to 5 we have. First 45 minutes we will devote on this presentation and your questions, and last 15 minutes I'll give you speaking rights. So if somebody wants to speak to me, he can speak. So just wanted to know your education qualifications also, as if how many of you are graduates, how many of you have just cleared your 12th, how many of you are CAs. So that will help me get to know the audience, so I can modify my presentation as per your requirements. So if you don't mind, please write down whatever at present, whatever you are doing. If you are doing a job, then you can write down that I am doing a job. Okay. So we have divided the entire session into several slides. So these slides will include ACCA, what exactly is ACCA, what is the eligibility, how can ACCA help Indian professionals, what our customers say about ACCA, FIA leads to ACCA, top employers, participation with partnering with universities, success stories, how many employers are there, future, what life holds for us ACCA, what exactly ACCAs do, what are the salaries, what career opportunities they can have, whatever exemptions you can have, and why choose EduPristine. So let's see ACCA at a glance. So ACCA at present have members and students in over 180 plus countries. So this is the size of the organization. Since it's a global course, so it provides access to global opportunities. So if you qualify through ACCA, then you can practice in 60 70 countries. Where practice means you can sign balance sheets in 60 70 countries. But your qualification will be recognized in more than 180 countries. So this is the level of depth, this is the level of reach which you can get through ACCA. So headquarter of ACCA is in UK, which is again a 120-year-old organization. So there are presently 1,88,000 members and 4,80,000 students, more than 4,80,000 students. So they have a global network of 89 offices. So all over the world, they have 89 offices and active centers. The ACCA qualified members are recognized by over 8,500 approved employers. So 8,500 approved employers. That means these employers are approved by the ACCA, wherein you can get your training done. Over 109 years of experience. Then 79% employers say that ACCA helps grow their business by providing accountants with the skills and capabilities they need. So that means whatever skills and capabilities are required for a particular candidate, so these employers are finding those in those candidates who are qualifying through ACCA, right? So as you can see, this is the global reach. So next question which comes is, sir, what is the eligibility? How can we appear for the exams? What are the qualifications required? So students who have completed 12th from commerce stream and they are passed in 5 subjects, including English and mathematics, plus 65% in at least 2 subjects and 50%, more than 50% in others. So those who are graduates like BCom, BBA, BMS, they can also apply. BA, BSc graduates from recognized universities through foundation in accountancy. So there's a separate course which you need to go through, that is a foundation in accountancy, that you have to pass first. Any questions? If you have, you can ask. You can post that simultaneously. I would be more than happy to answer them. So now question arises, how can ACCA help Indian professionals? So what comes in our mind is, okay, it's a global course, but how it can help Indian professionals? So see, when you're working in India, when you are living in India, most of us have global ambitions. So whenever we are doing a course, we are looking for a course which can give us a global reach. So whenever we are qualifying through ACCA, our degree, our qualification will be recognized in more than 180 countries. So in more than 180 countries, you can do your jobs. Plus, there are 89 offices of ACCA throughout the world, so wherein you can get the support. So again, as you can read that it is recognized and respected by over 8,500 approved employers. So 8,500 employers is a huge amount of employers which are recognizing ACCA. So this we have already discussed. 79% of employers say that ACCA helps grow their business by providing accountants with the skills and capabilities they need. Right? So one question has come for exemptions. I'll surely answer your question on exemptions when I take up the exemptions part. Then having ACCA letters after their name links members with the tradition of excellence, drive for innovation, high global ethical standards that is recognizable to employers around the world. Employers respect ACCA. So with 1,62,000 members and 4,28,000 students in 173 countries, our core values, opportunity, diversity, innovation, integrity, accountability are held in high regard. Developing future finance leaders, professional accountants, and finance leaders play a critical role in economies at all stages of development around the world, and in diverse organizations. Professional accountants are central to great performance. They have the potential to shape business strategy through a deep understanding of financial drivers and seek opportunities for long-term success. So all the ACCA qualified members have to abide by the principles of the integrity. So you have to follow the principles of integrity, professionalism, confidentiality, So once you are qualified, then a certain level of professionalism is expected from you, right? These are called professional ethics. So this is the most important part of the entire slide, your pathway to ACCA qualification. Now, when I talk about pathway, we should talk about the level of exams and how do we get there. So there are three parts to it. One is knowledge level. Second is skills level. Third is professional level. So there are three kinds of exams. These are the exams part. Then there is one training program, training or work experience, which you need to go through. Plus there is one ethics module. Training is required for 3 years. But training here is not like what we see in chartered accountancy. Training here is, it can be work experience also. You can do a job, and there also that those 3 years of job will also be counted as training, provided the employer with which you are associated is recognized by ACCA. So there are three aspects of your qualification. One is exams, which is divided into three parts: knowledge, skills, professional. Second, your training work experience, which is of 3 years, and then an ethics module, which is a small module, and there is an assessment after that. So these three things you have to complete. Now, talking about exams, which is the most important part of entire ACCA qualification. So knowledge level contains 3 papers. Skill level contains 6 papers. And professional level have 4 papers. So in total, there are 13 papers. 13 papers are required to be cleared if you want to be ACCA qualified. Now, what are those 13 papers? Let's talk one by one. Knowledge level. 1, 2, 3. Accountant in business. Second is cost management. Third is financial accounting. These are also called F1, F2, F3. Then in skills level, there are, as I said, 6 papers: F4, F5, F6, F7, F8, and F9. F4 is taxation, business and corporate laws. F5 is performance measurement, management. F6 is taxation. F7 is financial reporting. F8 is audit and assurance. And F9 is financial management. Then they are performance level, professional level. P2, P1 is strategic, business, leadership. P2 is corporate reporting. Then P3, P4, P5, P6. P3 is advanced financial management. P4 is advanced performance management. P5 is advanced taxation. And P6 is advanced audit and assurance. These three exams are totally MCQ based, fully MCQ. These 6 exams partly MCQ and partly case studies. Now, these 2 exams are compulsory. This is also compulsory. And in these 4 exams, you can choose any 2. Any 2 out of. So as I said in the beginning, professional level, there are 4 papers. So 4 papers, 2 compulsory, P1 and P2, and any 2 out of these 4. And these are mostly case study based. Now, what about examination pattern? These are on demand. So this is the best thing about ACCA, that these are on demand papers. On demand means whenever you feel you are comfortable, you are prepared for the examination, you can book your center and you can give your exam. No such compulsion that you have to wait for 6 months, 1 year to appear for the exam. Skill level and professional level, these 2 examinations are held 4 times a year. 4 times a year, every March, June, September, and December. So for December, the next slot, which is, I suppose already booked, is 7th of December. 7 to 11 December is the generally the time between this December exams would be conducted. So generally it is conducted after first 5 days of the month and somewhere between 6th, 7th to 15th of the month, right? So whenever you are ready, you can appear for the exam. What are the limitations? How many exams we can appear? 4 exams in one single attempt. It's not that you decide now and you start the examination and you go for entire skill level, all 6 papers you want to appear directly. That is not the case. You can appear for 4 exams in a single, but 4 exams are giving a 4 exam is tough. We generally suggest 1 or 2 exam at a single attempt, but that is up to individual candidates caliber, individual candidates preparation. If he is prepared, then he can go for more exams also. So now talking about what are the subjects, what would be covered in each of the examination which I have talked about. So F1 is accountant in business. So this is more of what business exactly, what is business environment, and how do we manage business, how a business is actually run, what are the contingencies, how it's sort of a MBA sort of a blend into the course. So it is more about management and business environment. It's more about management and business environment. Cost management is more about how do we calculate and control cost of our products. So how do we calculate a particular costing? What at so since suppose we are manufacturing a particular product, so now we want to see what selling price can be kept. So first question which comes to our mind is what is the cost? How much it has costed me to produce this product? So the techniques, how do we allocate cost between different products? How do we verify whether it is as per our standards or it has gone beyond? So all these things we will learn in cost management. Financial accounting is very basic accounting here. Basic accounting. Passing journal entries, posting in ledgers, preparing trial balances, rectification of entries, preparation of financial statements, and a little bit of analysis of financial statements also. So not in much depth, but a little bit of detail in financial accounting, sorry. Corporate and business law is generally deals with, we have an option to choose between UK and global laws. So whatever is the choice you may choose. So it deals with several business and corporate laws. Means business law, what are the laws of the business? When would you consider a sale? When you would consider that it's a contract? And corporate laws means legal obligations of a company. What are the requirements? How many directors can be there? What is a private limited company? What is a public limited company? How many shareholders? How can we transfer shares? All these things are covered in the corporate laws. Then performance management, as I already said in cost management, it is somewhat related to that only, but an advanced version. Here we are not calculating the cost of the product. Here we are measuring our performance. How did we perform during the year? It's more of a accounting from management perspective. That's why we also say it management accounting. It's just another name, management accounting. Taxation covers both indirect and direct taxes and direct taxes. I think that we all know indirect taxes, for example, is VAT, GST. Direct taxes are income taxes. So these are all covered in F6. F7 is financial management. Sorry, accounts. Again, an advanced version of F3. It's an advanced version of F3. Here you will learn how to prepare financial statements, how we deal with certain complications which arise while preparing the financial statement, what all are the disclosures, all those things we learn here. Then audit and assurance, how do we audit, who is required to get audited, who can audit, what is to be done while auditing, what are the work papers which you need to prepare, what are the standards which you need to follow. All these things are covered in audit and assurance. I hope you must all know that every private limited company or a public limited company and even many other organizations are also required to get their accounts audited. Audited means an independent qualified person. He could be in India, he should be a CA, but globally he could be a ACCA. He has to audit the financial statements. He has to check what all has happened during the year and whether those financial statement gives a true and fair view of the operations of the company. And then he gives an opinion in the form of audit report, wherein he writes that whether these financial statements give a true and fair view. True and fair view. So financial management is how do we manage the cost of capital, whether we should go for equity, whether we should go for debt, how the company should be structured, whether we should have a interest bearing debt or a compulsory convertible preference shares, what all are the structures, all these things. And one more important thing is valuations. We also cover valuations here. How do we value a company? Then strategic business leadership is again, we give a management touch to here. How do we manage a business? How do we lead a business, in fact? What are the decision making? So several decision making cases are learned here. How do we take a decision? If you are a leader of an organization, how would you deal with certain situations which arise during your career in finance? Corporate reporting, again, advanced version of F7, which is financial reporting. Here it is more detailed in terms of disclosures, what are required, how do we present a particular set of financial statement, then consolidation. If you have subsidiary companies, how do we combine them, how do we eliminate the entries, and how do we present them, uh, presentation of goodwill, business consideration, all these things. So these terms which I'm using, maybe you are not aware and maybe you are aware, that is okay, but this is in detail what we do. And P3 to P6, again, advanced version of P3 is advanced version of F9, P4 is advanced version of F5, P5 is advanced version of F6, and P6 is the advanced version of F8. So these are again, so you have a choice, any two you can choose from P3 to P6. So this I have explained. Ethics module you need to clear, and after that you have to take practical experience. So one more important thing here is that it is not that after only completion of skills or knowledge or professional level you can have practical experience. You have entire flexibility here. You can start with work experience, then you can go for exam. You can keep both things parallel, and also you have the option to first clear your exams, and after that you can have your training. So it is all up to you what way you want to choose. Then next, global approved employers. So you can see the list of all big four accounting firms are approved employers. So if you are working there, so working with them will count as a training. And these are the look at the size of the companies: Accenture, American Express, BT, Barclays, British American Tobacco, Cisco, Philips, Microsoft, HP, HSBC. So all these companies are approved by ACCA. So if you're working there, and this is just an illustrative list, there are many more. So these are the logo of some organizations which are top employers. You can see big fours are there: KPMG, Deloitte, EY, PwC, Unilever, GE, Citibank, Standard Chartered. What customers say about ACCA? So these are the testimonials. A globally recognized qualification like ACCA enables our graduates to excel in their future accounting, finance, and management careers. This is a wonderful opportunity for our students to excel at global level. This additional qualification, it will not only give them a significant advantage in highly competitive field of finance, but the confidence and skills to realize their potential and necessary leverage for a successful career. So as you can see, they have happy customers. So then there are success stories. So people qualified, ACCA qualified, are working with, somebody is working with EY, KPMG, Deloitte, and where not. So sky is the limit once you qualify. So what is the life of an ACCA? What does ACCA actually do? ACCA can, take up multifunctional roles in the field of finance, and some of these are illustrated here in the slide. He can participate in decision support system, like decisions could be what product to launch, what not, which one is more marketable, which one is not. Ensure tax compliances. He can calculate taxes and he can help in compliance, timely deposit, timely returns. Decide best sources of finance, as I already said, debt or equity or preference shares, what source, at what terms. Investigate money trails. If there is any money laundering, any fraud, he can investigate that. Decide which business to acquire. If we have to acquire any business, he can do the due diligence and he can give feedback. Wind up business. If somehow business has to be wound up, then he can help in winding up as well. Detect fraud. Audit large organizations. As you have seen that audit is a part of curriculum, so by after doing that you can also take up audit of organizations. Taking strategic pricing decisions. You can take pricing decisions also. And restructure of the business. Restructuring means when you want to modify the business, that means there is an organizational restructuring required. It could be in the form of holding subsidiaries rearrangement, and it could be in the form of within an organization rearrangement, in the form of hierarchy, right? So again, ACCA is a complete financial professional who can do the following activities. He can do corporate reporting. He can take up role of leadership and management. He can be part of strategy and innovation. He can do financial management. He can also be a part of sustainable management accounting, taxation, audit assurance, governance, risk and control. This is somewhat part of business leadership also, stakeholder relationship management, and professionalism and ethics. So he's a complete financial professional once he is a qualified ACCA. Now, these are average salaries, and these are only minimum salary. Higher, there is no limit. In ACCA, what has been seen over the past years, average salary ranges between 5 lakh to 14 lakh. These are starting salaries only. Then ACCA salaries in Dubai or UAE is 4.6 lakh per annum to 25.6 lakh. UK, it is 20 lakh to 30 lakhs. USA, 30 lakh to 88 lakh. Singapore, 17 lakh to 21 lakh. And these are only starting salaries, as I said. So ACCA has been in news also. So newly qualified accountants are in high demand all over the world. So these are the several posts which you can acquire. You can be audit and tax senior. You can be management executive, tax manager consultant, financial planner, securities dealer, internal statutory auditor. So now we should talk about the exemptions. So this is the favorite question, and many students have queries on exemptions. So if you are a qualified CA, so 9 papers are exempted, one F1 to F9. So if I show you the slide, from F1 to F9, these 9 papers are exempted if you are a qualified CA. If you have cleared IPCC in CA, then F1 to F3, F6 and F8, 5 papers are exempted. That means F1 to F3 and F6 and F8. That means taxation and audit. These are not required. If you are an MBA, then 3 papers are exempt, which is F1 to F3. If you are a CS, then unfortunately only 1 paper is exempt, which is F4. That is business and corporate law. If you are ICWA, then F1 to F4, F6, F7 and F9. So 3 plus 3, 6 papers are exempt. If you are a CPA, then F1 to F9 are exempt except F7. So F7 is still required, which is financial reporting. If you're a BCom, then 4 papers are exempt, F1 to F4, till F4. right? Any query you may ask? So Ankit has asked that he's a semi-qualified CA, MBA, BCom honors. Kindly elaborate on exemptions available to me. So as I already told, if you are semi-qualified, that means you are at IPCC stage, then you would be eligible for five papers exemptions, which are F1, F3, F6, and F8. Clear? Any question up to here? Please let me know if you have any question. Any question? Okay. Let's move forward then. Now we can talk about EduPristine. EduPristine is a member of Adtalem Global Education. It's a global education provider headquartered in USA. So it is a $3 billion company. That means, which if we can translate it, it is to approximately INR 20,000 crore, having 9 institutions and companies with 16,000 employees spread across 145 locations all over the world. Adtalem takes pride in training 142,000 degree-seeking students all over the world. So that is the quantum of students which are associated with Adtalem. EduPristine is India's leading training providers in marketing, analytics, accounting, finance, and healthcare. Founded in 2008, EduPristine has strong online classroom training platform. So EduPristine also has alumni of 50,000 students. It is operational in 4 cities in India, has a faculty pool of 600 industry experts, including me. Soft skill training and 100% job assistance is provided by the institute. Why choose ACCA with EduPristine? So EduPristine will provide career counseling to understand the relevance of ACCA on individual basis. So one-on-one counseling is provided. Complete classroom preparation for exam by ACCA CA qualified faculty with significant experience. Assistance for ACCA registration, apply for ACCA exam. Award-winning study material, Gold certified publisher by ACCA. So only certified publishers are books from certified publishers are provided. It's not that any material is given. 100% placement assistance after completion of exam. Mentor is assigned to each student for 100% support during the program. Career services include soft skill training, mock interview, and resume building. So one of the important thing is soft skill training. What we see in real life is that although academically we are really good, but when it comes to speaking, when it comes to facing public, when it comes to facing interview or group discussions, then we lack and we are not able to execute our preparation. Then we are not able to show what we have actually learned. So EduPristine recognizes that, and there is a comprehensive program which takes up these issues. So firstly, they'll seek proficiency in speaking. You can speak with fair degree of confidence, your preparedness and clarity in presentations and interactions. Then self-awareness of your strengths and areas of management. What are your strengths? What is the area which you have to manage? Then ability to understand the intent of communication within self. Communicate one's thought with clarity, openness, and reason. Understand the impact one has on others. And skills include presentations, feedback, and inquiry, which are critical questions. So course guidance and support, it is divided into 4 issues. One is learning management access module, which we also say LMS access. Then course queries, discussion forums, then after course engagement, and then support team. So LMS access, you can view the course structure, course schedule, details of upcoming sessions, required study material, and recorded lectures for the attended sessions on LMS. So this is very important function that you can also see recorded lectures. So if your lecture is missed somehow due to some emergency, contingency, then you can also see the recorded lecture. Your course will not be missed. Your study is not compromised. You can always view the lecture. Then there are discussion forums here wherein you can post your queries. In case you have any doubt during the course, you can please raise your query on the forum, and a course expert will answer your query within 24 business hours. Then after course engagement, there is frequent seminar and webinar updates during and after the course, and there is always a support team which will help you in case there is any issue with faculty, content, admin. You can always write to care@edupristine.com. So talking about faculty, I am also one of them. Faculties are topic experts and specialized in their area. So if any faculty is not specialized in any area, he will not be preferred. Experienced and certified professionals are there. Regular feedback are taken to reflect faculty performance. So this is one of the critical things which I have also observed during my stint with EduPristine over last 5 years. So even if I have industry experience and I am associated for 5 years, still even today I have to take feedback of each and every student, and each and every student do write down their feedbacks about the content of the material, about uh, the faculty's experience, about the faculty's ability to explain, about the whether the faculty has given relevant examples, how clear was faculty. So all these things are taken care by EduPristine. Then placement assistant, career assistance team provides 100% support through the program to guide and help navigate ample career options. EduPristine has a strong network in the industry, and they constantly get in touch with various companies for hiring and training needs. So they can help you in resume building. So many times it is seen that a resume is not up to the level which is required to get you through. So resume is the first thing which examiner notices about you, and on the basis of which only you will be called up for the next round. So if resume is not good, then chances are bleak. So first thing is they address the resume. Then interview preparation. How do you prepare for interview? What questions can be expected? What answers should be given? And then placement lead. Then they also give you leads of the placement. Where are the vacancies? Then course highlights. There are two kinds of program: live classroom training and online training. Live classroom training, as we already know, it's face-to-face training. So 920 hours of comprehensive live training by ACCA qualified trainers. Then they provide study material and test series, comprehensive textbook and ebooks organized by topics tested by Becker's or Kaplan's professional education on ACCA exams. Then there is exam simulation. That means a mock test will be taken which resembles to the actual exam. Then online materials, practical exercises, quizzes, 24 into 7 access, like I told you about LMS access to material and recordings, doubt solving forum to interact with in-house experts, online content. You can also download the study notes to supplement subject-wise video tutorials and webinar recordings. So again, in today's time, due to COVID-19, classroom trainings are very limited. So people are opting towards online training also, which is again a very good option. So in online, there is live training. So instructor led live online classes by experienced professionals. And again, everything is same. It's just that instead of face to face, you are taking the class online. Now, then question comes, sir, what about the fees? So fees is only a suggestive fees here. So it might change a little bit. So classroom training fee, which is of for the training, that ranges for F1 to F4, it is a package of 69,000. Skill level, it is a package of 1,15,500. And professional level for 4 exams, it is a package of 1,25,000. This package includes training, books, tutorials, and mock tests. Then online training, it's marginally reduced. For knowledge level, it is 58,000. Skill level, it is 92,000, and professional level, it is 1 lakh. So there is a discounted fee for online classes. Examination fee paper for knowledge level, it is 80 pound. Skill level, it is 111 pound. Professional level, it is 140 pound. As I already told, exam testing windows 4 times in a year: March, June, September, and December. Total fee ranges somewhere around, for the entire course, somewhere around 4 lakh. So this 4 lakh includes all the exam fees, all the subscription fees, entry fees, and your tutorship. Payment modes are, there are several payment modes. You can transfer online through NEFT, then you can pay through check or Paytm. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have any questions, please let me know. So one of the frequently asked question is, sir, what is the pass percentage? So that I can tell you, knowledge level, it's somewhere around 70 to 80%. Skill level, it is somewhere around 60%. And performance level, it is somewhere around 50%. Then exam pattern, I have already told. Knowledge level, it is totally MCQ. Skill level, it's partly MCQ and partly subjective. So when I say partly MCQ, somewhere around 40 to 60% is MCQ and rest is the subjective part. Any question, if you have, you may ask. Any question? Again, one another frequently asked question is that, is there any time limit to complete the course? So the answer is no. For skill level and knowledge level, you can appear as many times as you want. For performance level, there is a cap of 7 years. So after first professional exam, suppose P1, if you are giving in 2020 first exam, then you have to complete the course in 7 years, next 7 years. That's the only limitation. There is no other limit. How many questions in one attempt? Four. How many papers in one attempt? 4 papers in one attempt. Right? Can we do it with graduation? Yes, we can do it with graduation. If there is any question which I'm not able to address and is specific to your particular scenario, then after the session, our course counselor will connect to you, and there you can ask your specific query also. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much.